The next we goes to episode number 8. Under this episode we discuss about the introduction to product policy and product planning. First of all, introduction. A product is something that is produced by a firm or factory or industry and sold in the market. When it is sold easily or automatically, there is no problem. But there are thousands of products, several kinds of the same product, and millions of buyers of products, actual and potential. In a free enterprise system, there is competition among manufacturers to sell their products. So it is imperative on the part of the manufacturer to distinguish his product from that of another. Here arises the problem of product policy. Product policy is concerned with defining the type, volume and timing of products a company offers for sale. The product policies are general rules set up by the management itself in making product decisions. Good product policies are the basis on which the right product are produced and marketed successfully. Product policies are the objectives and guidelines which determine the nature of product or services to be marketed. The first of all, in product policy, product planning and development. Product planning means an attempt to establish the product in line with market needs. It is defined as the act of making out and supervising the search, screening, development and commercialization of new product, the modification of existing lines and the discontinuance of marginal or unprofitable items. The product planning and development of new products, though a vital necessity for all progressive enterprises, constitute a costly process. They involve risk and hazards also. The next one is, in order to reduce the risk, and a few logical steps are followed in a new product planning and development. These are as follows. First one is explorations. That is, the first step is the generation of ideas about new product or improvement of old product or processes may come from internal sources like salesmen, non-marketing employees, middle managers and top managers. The external sources like customers, distributors, advertising agencies, laboratories, private research organizations and trade associations, etc. Some technique have also been developed over the years which are useful in generating ideas. Among them are gap analysis, attribute listening and brainstorming, forced relationship, morphological analysis, problem identification and synthetics. That is, these are all the aspects are to be considered by the manufacturer to develop the product planning and product policy. First of all, gap analysis. That is, the gap analysis attempt to find out gap in the market where there exist, that is, unsatisfied consumer demand and opportunities for a new product. And the next one is attribute listing. That is, attribute listing involves the preparation of a list of the attributes of a product and formulation of methods to modify them in order to see if a new combination of attributes can be evolved for the improvement of the product. The next aspect is brainstorming. The brainstorming in an organized group exercise like a stormy meeting of about 6 to 8 creative personnel, especially to stimulate new ideas. The chairman of a brainstorming session, which generally lasts about an hour. Next one is forced relationship. Here several objectives are listened and each product is considered in relation to every other object. The next one is morphological analysis. Morphology means structure, and this method calls for identifying the structured dimensions of a problem and examining the relationship among them. And then problem identification, that is the need or problem identification starts with the consumer. Consumers are asked about needs, problems and ideas. The various problems would be rated for their seriousness, incidence and cost of remedying to determine which product improvement to make. That is, the next one is product line. The product line is a group of products that are closely related either because they satisfy a class of need or are used together or sold to the same customer groups or marketed through the same type of outlets or fall within given price ranges. That is, according to Stanton, a broad group of product intended for essentially similar uses and positioning similar cycle and characteristics constitute a product line. For example, Bajaj Electricals turns out fans, electric lamps, cables, electric irons, heaters, transformers and so on. The important advantage of a product line, it provides for fuller utilization of productive capacity and it facilitates entry into new items without extra marketing expenses, and it enables the marketer to consolidate his advertising and promotional strategy, and then it promotes consumer satisfaction. It acts as a different to competitors who try to step in, and it increases the profitability of the company, and then it also satisfies the dealers. It reduces the risk. It avoids seasonal fluctuations in sales. That is, the product line decisions. In fact, the decision about adding a new product is not different from other managerial decisions. Taking decisions of the product line depends upon the number of factors, that is, company's objectives, product specialization, product influences, and elimination of outside goods, marketing influences, buying habits, changes in market demand, and distribution of network, the company's cost structure, and the availability of raw material, etc. And the next third concept is product policy and planning. First, that is a product mix. It is a broad term which refers to the total assortment of different commodities marketed by a firm. It is, however, treated as composite. According to Stanton, the product mix is the full list of products offered for sale by a company. It may range from one or two product lines to a combination of several product lines or groups. There are four principal characteristics of product mix. Already we discussed that: length, depth, width, consistency. So already we discussed about that. Then next, advantages of product mix. More products mean choice for customers and thereby more consumer satisfaction. There are the manufacturing company, they can manufacture the several products in the single company. So many advantages is there. That is thereby more consumer satisfaction. It should be only possible through the product mix. The next one is cost of maintaining the sales force are reduced if more products are distributed through the same outlet. And then advertising of a wide range of product is likely to yield better results. That is, the advertising cost also reduced. The commonly they can give the advertisement in the media. They cannot advertise for each and every product itself, so it will reduce the advertisement cost also. That is one of the advantages. And it may be possible to overcome inefficient middleman and set up direct distribution to consumers and end users. And then production of items with a few minor changes in the model results in lowering cost per unit of production. The next concept is factors influencing change in product mix. That is, the product mix is affected by several factors, and particularly changes in the product may be due to following factors. That is, the goodwill of the company. That is, it will determine the goodwill of the company. The factor is to be affected. And then next one is competitors' attitude, because the competitors in the market and their attitude and their strategy is one of the factors affecting the product mix. And financial position of the company, that is the financially soundness, that is the surplus of funds, they can earn the more profitability of the business. They will enter into the product mix. That is the length, width, depth and consistency of the product is possible only the financial position of the company. And the next one is change in company's plan. In some other cases the company they can change their plans in other product lines or a diversification of product lines. So that is one of the factors affecting the product mix. The purchasing power of consumers, that is the purchasing power, buying power is one of the factors determining the factors affecting the product mix. The change in demand of a product, that is the changing the world, changing the technologies, changing the consumers buying habits, that is the change in the demand of the product. So that is it is one of the factors determining the product mix. The introduction of byproducts, that is the various products, the byproducts are introduced in the market, substitute product are also introduced in the market. These are all the factors are one of the factors determining the product mix. And possibility of adding new product with the least cost, that is the possibility the manufacturer they can analyze the possibility of least cost to introduce the product is one of the factors affecting the product mix. And the existing marketing capacity, that is the existing marketing capacity of the product in the market, they can be measurable one. So it is one of the factors determining to introducing the product mix. And then advertising and distribution factors is also one of the factors affecting the product mix. Then next one is strategies of product mix, that is the manufacturers they can follow the strategies are generally employed by the producer of the product. First of all, expansion of product mix. Under expansion of product mix, a company may expand its present product mix by increasing the number of product lines or increasing the number of product items. It is also known as product diversification. The product diversification may be concentric diversification, horizontal diversification or conglomerate diversification. That is, we consider the these three aspects. It is one of the strategy for product mix. And next one is contraction of product mix. Under certain circumstances, the management has to drop the production of non-profitable product. The company's product line managers periodically review items for product line contraction. Sometimes the company may either eliminate an entire line or simply the assortment within a line. After that, the manager should concentrate on producing the higher margin items. The next concept is alteration of existing products. Sometimes the manufacturers, they can involve in alteration of existing one. That is the new product. The management should take fresh look at the company's existing products. Very often improving an established product can be more profitable than introducing new one. The alteration may be introduced in the color, design, packaging, etc. It is one of the product mix strategy. That is the alteration of existing one. And then next one is positioning the product. That is the manufacturers, that is the manufacturing company, they can analyze the product positioning in the market. It is one of the strategy for product mix. It is attempt to distinguish a particular product from its competitors along real dimensions in order to be the preferred product for certain market segments. Positioning aims to help customers to know the real differences between competing products so that they can match themselves and thereby satisfy their needs best. The next one is the next strategy is trading up and trading down. The manufacturing concern, they can follow the strategy for trading up and trading down. That is, the trading up refers to the adding of higher priced and more prestigious products to their existing line in the hope of increasing the sales of existing low priced products. The trading down refers to the adding of lower priced items to its lines of prestigious products in the hope that people who cannot afford the original product will want to buy the new one because it carries some of the status of higher priced product. The next strategy is product differentiation. So that is each and every product line, that is the product mix, they can develop the product differentiation aspect. Products are assumed to be homogeneous under perfect competition. Today the markets are no more perfect. We live in a world of monopolistic competition where there are competing monopolies. Here products are similar but not identical. Products are close substitute for one another. For instance, in the case of toothpaste, there are several brands such as Colgate, Signal, Binaca, and Dabur Red, etc. Close up. The purpose of product differentiation is to make their goods look superior. It is this product heterogeneity which provides monopoly power in the market. The next concept is what are the importance of product planning. So the product planning is the most important one. A product is a bundle of utilities consisting of various product features. That is, the word goods is also used frequently to mean product. It is said that nothing happens our economy unless there is sale or purchase of product. That is, the product is the central point for all marketing activities. That is, it is one of the important that the pivot and all marketing activities revolve around it. Marketing activities, selling, purchasing, advertisement, distribution, sales, promotion are all useless if there is no product. It is basic tool by which profitability of the firm is bargained. The next importance is product is the starting point of planning. No marketing program shall be prepared if there is no product, because planning of all marketing activities, price, distribution, sales, promotion, advertising, etc. is done on the basis of the nature, quality and demand of the product. Product policies decide the other policies. The next important is product is an end. The main objective of overall marketing activities is to satisfy the customers. Various policy decisions are to be provided the customers benefits, utilities and satisfaction through a product. Thus, product is an end satisfaction of customers and the producer. Therefore, must insist on the quality, size, etc. of the product so that it may satisfy the customers' needs. The low quality of product are available, their life will be very short, fall in satisfying customers. The next one is the product planning is most important to develop the product and a new product. That is, the element of product planning is through research period to production, and then possibility of production method, and then modification in existing line, elimination in the product, improvement in the product, price determination, commercialization of the product and coordination. That is, these are all aspects are to be considered while planning the new product. That is the starting point of marketing program, symbol of managerial ability to meet the social responsibilities of the customers. That is, the product planning is most important to develop the new product, packaging, branding, labeling, etc.